next up on the album is a song called What You've Lost. It's one of the later songs we wrote for the album. It's more of an introduction, but it's a sort of full song as well. We took it to the studio and it was only just sort of drums and guitar, but we thought we could do a lot more with it. We wanted to open the album really strongly. So I actually wrote the lyrics for it. I've had them for quite a while. Basically it's about not showing people how you feel about certain situations. You know, once they're gone, and they feel like you've lost more once it's gone, but not showing that. So yeah, it's quite a sort of meaningful thing to me, but the way Russ sings it, you'll hear it, is absolutely ridiculous. Next up on the album was a song called White Flags. Originally, it actually started out as one of your songs, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a really old song. I used to do acoustic solo stuff on the side, and the lyrics I thought were quite cool, so they were sort of sitting there doing nothing, and it just seemed like a good idea to sort of bring them out again.
I think it was Chrissy's idea I think Chrissy really liked the chorus of it. I wouldn't say it's a brave song for us to release. It's just, it opens the album completely different to what we've done before. Basically, it's the first song we wrote where we've used distortion pretty much throughout the entire song, including verses. And I will say it's quite a brave song for us to do. It's quite different.
It's a bit of a departure, I think.
So, number 3 on the album is a song called The Boy Who Lived. This is actually my personal favourite one. This is actually a really important song for us as well, because it was the first song we wrote heading towards the album back in October, and it was sort of the mark of our new direction. What do you think?
Yeah, it was good. We sort of played it live but didn't make it known that it was a new song. It sort of went down pretty well. It just sort of started the trend towards like the newer sort of sound.
Started the direction of the album. Lyrically as well, I wrote the majority of this one. It's a really personal one for me. I actually wrote this song about my dad and like what I've missed that throughout my childhood, but I've actually grown up, and I wouldn't say a man, but everything I've learned, or I should have learned from that, I've ended up learning them from Russ and Chrissy being in a band and just travelling around and touring and just learning things the hard way. So yeah, it's quite an aggressive, angry song, but it doesn't come across that way.
The next song is Low. It's quite an interesting one, to be fair. It sort of started the other way around. It started with Chrissy, sort of brought a guitar riff to practice, and we thought, oh, that's cool. And then, without giving too much away of the song, it's sort of, it's got a nice little bit that we would totally just couldn't believe we were doing it, but it just worked.
Yeah, the first time we heard it back, the bit, we were just yeah, it's crazy. Lyrically, again, me and Russ shared this one. Like, Russ wrote the verse lyrics and I wrote the chorus and the ending to it. It's a strange one as well, because it's when you hear it, you'll think it's sung about a girl, but that's just for song purposes. Metaphorically, yeah. Basically, this song I wrote about my best mate Sam going to uni and just absolutely hating it and just wanting him to come back, so I had someone to hang out with again. He's a really important part of our band, and it sucks when he goes. So yeah, that song's for Sam. So next up is a song called The 6th of November. It's a completely different term for us. I think you'll really see a different side, especially Russ, vocally and musicianship. It's definitely something we've never done before, and I was really excited about this song. It was one of Russ's old songs, just like a demo, just him singing, and I really, really liked it, and it's been around for a couple of years, and I really wanted to bring it back for the album. We didn't have to change much either. We changed me and Russ sort of shared ideas on the
team effort,
on the vocal melody, and we literally put some accompanying guitar in for the choruses just to make it stand out slightly more. Reason it's called 6th November, I wish I could tell you, but I can't, so I'll probably get in trouble, so yeah.
The next song up is it's called We Must All Learn. It's actually going to be the first single of the album.
Yeah.
It's again, it sort of started with Chrissy again, with a little guitar riff. We sort of taken to playing in different tunings for a change, which is something we've never done before. Yeah, it just seemed like a good idea. It sort of fit. We haven't really heard anybody else doing the same sort of thing. Lyrically, there was another set of lyrics that I've had for quite a while, and
if there's any sort of people that's been following us for a while,
yeah.
The chorus lyric, the second line of the chorus, you might remember it from a song called Tomorrow Will Do Fine. It's an old acoustic one we did, and we sort of stole the last line of that, because for us, when you hear the song, you realise it fits so well, doesn't it? It really brings the song up to the pace and tempo, and it's really sort of pounding drums in it. So yeah, it's actually as well, it's one of the first songs we started doing vocals for, and it's the first one all three of us, of Chrissy, have all sung on the song, and all doing our own harmonies as we would do live, and it really brings the song to life. We're really excited people to hear it.
Next one is Set in Stone. The meaning behind it is sort of like, we've been a band for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, sort of been doing the same thing, just plodding along, and it sort of gets to the point where you sort of ask the question, are you actually going to get to where you're going? Is it actually worth it? Are you actually going to get something out of it? It's just sort of, the lyrics sort of address the questions, and you sort of accept that you're only going to get out of something what you put in.
This is actually, I know I said it earlier, but this is probably my favourite song on the album, just for typically them reasons on their own. But I think this song as well, it's one of the lighter ones on the album, but it's one of the more driven ones, because it's very much our old sound, but it's so much bigger, isn't it? It's really sort of uplifting sound, and
sort of like a new take on.
Yeah, it's like a new take on our old stuff. But you're obviously going to hear it soon. I really hope you enjoy it. Watch out for the chorus as well. Russ does the most dirty 80s harmony you'll ever hear, and it's brilliant. So next up's a song called Find Me. It's the one we released the teaser for. This is definitely the darkest and heaviest song on the album, but once you hear it, you'll understand why. It's lyrically, it's really aggressive. It's very blunt and very to the point, and Russ sings it quite a lot more aggressively. For me, I find it quite personal. It's about sort of being so wound up and aggressive towards a certain situation that you're on the point of boiling, but you don't want to, so you just completely quit and everything, and you don't feel it's worth trying to show people what you're truly like and how you're truly feeling, so you feel it won't even sort of get you anywhere. And at the end of the song, it's got quite a big breakdown of just the words, "You won't find me at all," and it's just, for me, it's such a haunting sort of guitar piece, and just the way Russ sings it. The first time I heard him track it, I literally got shivers. Yeah.
I think for me, I think it was definitely one of the songs that I pushed myself hardest, because I felt like I needed to get it across right, because you didn't want it to fall flat on such like a key moment of the album. I class it as a key moment of the album, but I worked really hard on that. I'm happy with how it came out.
Next up is a song called Cutting Strings. It's the actual album title. We've had this guitar riff, this song's been in the works for about 3-4 years, maybe longer than that.
We're always jamming it at practice and stuff.
We've always been playing around with it, yeah. And I think we were getting to the point towards the end of our writing, we were looking for 2 more songs, and we
sort of went for a break, didn't we?
Yeah.
We sort of it got to the point where we were like, oh, nothing's good happening, so we sort of gave it a couple of weeks, got a break, and then this riff sort of turned up again.
We sort of worked backwards.
Yeah.
We were always trying to redevelop ourselves and do something more exciting, but we actually went back about 5 years of work, and we remembered this guitar riff, and was like, yeah, that sounds so sick. And I was playing it to the way Chrissy sort of rewrote the drums, and we rewrote a few bits, and yeah, it's a really big, powerful song for us. And lyrically, I wrote the lyrics to the chorus, and it's about it's quite an angry album, to be honest. It just doesn't come across that way. It's just basically about just wanting to get out of a certain situation, just wanting to start afresh, the lyrics, you hear it's just cutting strings, wanting to be free. And yeah, just big song for us, big brave song, very different.
The next song is an interlude of sorts. It's called Change, and it works along the same theme as What You've Lost and a track later on in the album. It's literally just guitar and drums, but it ties in with the next track, which is called Coward's Way Out. It's quite a simple song to begin with, it progresses a lot with instruments and stuff coming in.
Yeah,
definitely to so just to move it along a lot. I think lyrically it's
really big chorus.
Yeah,
isn't it? Really big chorus.
I think the lyrics are almost like when there's a lack of communication in certain situations, and you just sort of, the need to communicate is more apparent as the further you get in. I think it's a very, hopefully a lot of people can relate to it. Like, hopefully a lot of people have been in the same situation.
It's very honest, very blunt, sort of lyrically. As Russ said, there's a lot of progression in the song. It starts off quite softly with just Russ and the guitar, and more of our old sort of guitar tones as well. And it tends to progress after the chorus. It gets heavier and heavier each time. Then you hear Russ let out an absolute belter of a note. It's just in like fucking Power Ranger Johnny Craig over there. It's just insane. And at the end of the song, it's like, again, me and Russ, this album is one thing I'm really, really proud of, and it's also quite weird listening back. Me and Russ shared writing lyrics quite a lot of the time. It would be my choruses and Russ's verses and my verses and Russ's chorus, and we just really shared the experience on this. But it's really worked for our sort of musicianship and writing skills as well, like bouncing off each other's ideas. The end of this song, the reason why it's called A Coward's Way Out is just some I can't go into too much detail because I'm going to get in trouble, but it's just at times I felt I've completely let myself down and let people around me down, and just took the coward's way out to get myself out of situations. And at the end of this song is me and Russ both singing. It's almost like a me versus Russ. It's like I do my line, he does his one bigger, and I do my line bigger and he does his line bigger. It's just,
it also brings back the lyrics
from the first song as well. So it's all, for me, I know it sounds so stupid, but it's all a very emotional song for us. It's so honest and so true, and it's just basically screaming at the top of my lungs, I'm a coward. And again, it ends with Russ doing the most insane high note you'll ever hear. It's just, it really is great. I'm so looking forward to people hearing it. The closing track for this song is called Pieces. It was originally what we were going to call the album until we came across Cutting Strings. I remember coming to practice. We were practicing at the Room Studios.
Written quite early on, wasn't it?
Yeah, Russ had like this sort of, it's just a one note riff, but it's loads of echo, and it sounds really cool. It's really haunting. And I remember saying at practice we should make this into like a song, and we got about a minute and a half down, and we just kept playing it and playing it. I was like, yeah, this sounds really cool. It's sort of like Young Guns, sort of, I don't know, old, heavier, Death of Vanna, really big soaring guitar riffs, and Russ really rips in it. Chrissy just smacks the hell out of the drum. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you very much for watching our track by track listen of our album. I might have been a bit boring, but I hope you enjoyed it. People are interested. I really hope you can check it out because we put so much effort into it, and I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching guys. July is the official release date, so
24th of September.
Sorry?
24th of September. You said 24th of July.
Did I?